We back, West, no debating with Danny Myers. I'm here with a special guest. Introduce yourself.
Man, my name's The Spot, Compton Murder Empire, man. What up?
Yo, man, so first of all, salute to you for pulling up on me.
Hey, man. Danny, you know I rock with you, bro. Anytime,
You know what I mean?
man. Anytime.
I know you just drove from Moreno Valley, man.
Yeah.
So tell me, what does repping Moreno Valley mean to you in the wake of the passing of young Bissell? You know what I mean?
Well, I'm originally born and raised from Compton. I lived there pretty much half my life, and then the other half of my life in Moreno Valley.
Okay.
Me and Bissell, man, we was rivals, man, coming up. You know, he actually, you know, truth be told, he battled my brother, my oldest brother, way back. He go by the name of Casdo, and I wasn't there for it, but everybody was always like, hey, he beat your brother and stuff. And I was like, well, my brother, he do music. He not really a battler. I'm the battler, like, you know.
Okay.
So what's up? So it was always back and forth rivalry. We supposed to be setting up that battle to happen, and it never really did happen. Truth be told, Bissell got at me when he was doing Ahab battles and King of the Dot battles for me to get into battle rap and try to do it, and I was always brushing it off. At the time I was doing music too. When I finally decided to get into it, you know, God rest his soul, man. You know, what happened to Bissell happened to Bissell, man.
Yeah, it was a huge loss for the
big loss, man,
for the West Coast and for the hip hop community in general. You know what I mean? It's still a missing piece of all of our hearts. And, you know, Young B was the future. He was the future. Cause I feel like, you know, I was like more known for like the bars and the lyricism, and you know, we got Geechee who gives you that street feel.
Absolutely.
We got B-Dot who gives you the conscious talk with the elite level of rapping. Mm-hmm. Young B was our star. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, right. You know how like East Coast got like stars. They got star niggas like Charlie Clips, Conceited. Or Goods.
These are facts. These are facts.
Young B, not only did he have insane bars, but he had just that charisma, that flair. Man. He was a fresh young fly nigga.
That it factor.
He had that.
You know.
He had that. We didn't necessarily have that. I think Geechee got the light now as far as the star power on the West Coast.
Right.
You know, you got Rum Nitty, Geechee Gotti, Daylight, Disaster Myself. You got some star niggas, but I mean that illuminating bright light, that was Young B. You know what I mean? And so you coming from Moreno Valley.
Oh yeah, holding it down for him, man.
It's
gotta do it.
Keeping that legacy alive, man.
Yeah, I gotta keep that legacy alive, because I feel like if I don't, then you know, you guys is only gonna have just the King of the Dot memories. You guys only gonna have the memories of, you know, B versus B Magic, which was a crazy battle, you know. His battle with you, like, is going to end there, man. And I just really feel like what Bissell did for the culture and stuff, man, it needs to still be remembered, man. So that's pretty much why I even got into battle rap.
That's amazing. So now here we go with The Spot. Who is The Spot? Why, like, what's going on with The Spot? Why is the spotlight not on The Spot?
I can't answer that, man. I honestly don't have the answer to that. That's not something that I've answered. The only thing I can do, man, is show up and do my best when it's time to. But everybody already know when they need a shooter to go out of town. I mean, you can look at the cards, bro, all the time. It's me. You know, when they need somebody to step up and represent for the Western Conference, if they're not a Danny, Diz, Nitty, or a Gotti, it's me.
You're the shooter.
It's me.
I seen you go out of town. See you go to South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Oh, was that Spade?
Spade.
That's crazy.
Shout out Spade, man. Crazy battle, man.
Yeah. Shout out Corey Holden, too.
Corey, hey, you already know what's up, bro.
Yo. So, okay, obviously they always say, oh, this nigga look like Big L. For something that you're not gonna get away from that.
Nah, can't get away from that.
And do you be expecting that angle and the shoe angle, because you are a shoe connoisseur, a sneaker connoisseur. Your shoe game is immaculate. It's crazy. I could vouch for that.
I'm a sneakerhead, man, but to be honest, I feel like in battle rap, it's like a you know if you know type of thing. I don't think it's really something that's like huge, even though that's something I'm bringing into the culture. A lot of people don't know it unless they're specifically
That's what I noticed about you when I first started watching your battles, and I started seeing you do these crazy Jordan schemes.
Right.
And you would like that was your special move. Like,
Right.
so if I got a parallel universe and Twerk got a strapped in, you got the sneaker scheme where it is just like a well written, well layered sequence of bars that encompasses certain Jordans or certain ones,
Right.
and you still make it relevant to your opponent, and it's so fire.
Gotta do it, man. What's lacking in battle rap, what everybody says, is originality. So me being a sneakerhead and having, a whole bunch of kicks and stuff, I'm like, man, what can I do coming into battle rap
Right.
that everybody else is not doing? Everybody know I'm known for being a puncher, a schemer, everything else, but what else can I do?
And I think that's a good tool for you to use because it gives you something to set yourself apart. Because if everybody's punching and everybody's scheming and everybody's doing street talk, like what are you doing?
What else
that makes me remember you? What are you doing different than the 50,000 other guys that are punching?
These are facts.
This is what got to set yourself apart, and that's why you stood out to me immediately. I was like, yo, this dude is fire. Not the end, you from the West too, so I was like, wow, we got another shooter. You know what I mean? Because it ain't gonna always be me and Geechee and Nitty, and
right.
It's not always gonna be us. And what we doing is we trying to like pave the way to bring in the new guys such as yourself, bringing in Ratchet, Drix, Dev the Demon, Jada Nightwing.
Shout out all of them, man.
But
West shooters, man, Northwest.
You know what? Speaking of them, is there anybody on the West Coast in particular that you haven't battled that you would like to get in the ring and test your pen against?
Any and everybody, man.
No particular.
Any and everybody, man. It never been.
Hold on. Okay, so have you battled Drix?
No.
Can you beat Drix?
I believe it'll be a crazy battle. I believe I could beat him.
Can you beat Dev the Demon?
I believe I could beat Dev. It'll definitely be a interesting battle, though.
Can you beat Jada Nightwing?
I believe I could beat Jay, man. I do. I believe I could beat Jay, but I believe a lot of people can't, man. It's something special, but I just feel like
he's got that also that
it factor. I'm not even gonna sit there and try to play around on that, but I believe I can. I believe I can.
Could you take have you battled Grizz?
Nah, never battled Grizz. That's the bro.
What you mean?
A crazy battle though. It will be
so lyrically, who's better? And I mean, first of all, don't before you answer that. If somebody asks you that, it's a natural reaction. To say, well, I'm better, because no one ever is gonna say, oh, he's better than me. But I'm just okay. Well, he's better than me. No, lyrically, with that pen,
I feel like his creativity is like, as far as just the level of the playing field of who's coming up and everything is unmatched right now. But I feel like my consistency.
What
could get him?
What was your biggest win so far of your career? What was your biggest win?
My biggest.
Don't be scared to say.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to think.
Who do you consider is your biggest win?
Me versus Clutch.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Me versus Clutch. Because I think that was like the first time everybody was like, all right, he's been doing all right in these battles. Let's see if we give him some real comp. Can he do anything? And I think that was like the wake up call to everybody. Like, if you put me in that position, I'm gonna show up.
Have you battled Yak The Ripper?
No.
Can you beat Yak?
I can beat Yak. Shout out Yak, that's my bro, man.
Yo, when I asked you about Jay Knight, when you thought about it, when I asked you about Yak, you immediately.
Man, you know Barcode, man. You know Barcode, bro.
Hey, Yak, you might have to get this man. Don't let this shit happen like this, Yak. he got all confidence he can beat you. Yeah. Okay, here, let's get serious.
Yak
Hold
is
on.
fire. I definitely get serious with Yak.
Hold on. Let's get more serious.
Okay.
Now let's move on up. Move on up. All right. So we got the next set of stars, the next set of supreme bar animals on the West.
Okay.
Now when you move up to the upper tier, what do you think what happened in the battle with you and Emerson Kennedy?
Crazy.
Aside from a crazy battle, who walks out of there with 2 rounds or 3 rounds?
I think I could get 2 rounds off Emerson, but I really feel like it just depends what Emerson I get, bro. Cause Emerson
been cooking lately.
I know he's been cooking lately. I know.
You seen how he got with me. You seen how he got with New Jersey Twerk.
So as long as his heart is in it, it's definitely an uphill battle for me. I'm not gonna sit there and try to, but it's like without me trying to give away so much.
Right.
Is a certain way you got to come at battle rappers and people don't do it, and it just seemed like it stands out to me. So this is why I say I can feel like I can have the edge in a lot of these battles, because there's certain things people don't do, and I'm like, all right.
Hey, so that's one thing I always try to tell people is like, a battle is won or lost before even a single word is written on paper.
Absolutely.
Before you even start writing, you either won or lost just based on how you're going to approach that particular opponent. Because for some opponents, punches ain't gonna work all the time.
Right.
Some opponents, like schemes and real talk, might not necessarily work against them.
Right.
So some opponents make you have to go into a different set of tools, and you might have to go and find those tools within yourself that you didn't even know you even had.
Absolutely.
I think Emerson Kennedy, I think maybe Jada Nightwing and B-Dot, those guys will bring the best out of you, if nothing else. Like, absolutely. I could say that for a fact. All right, so, okay. How would you fare against Rum Nitty?
It's a battle that I feel like need to happen eventually when I get there, man. But
battle the punchers.
Yeah, it needs to happen.
Battle the punchers.
It needs to happen. I think it'll shock the world.
I would like to see. You know what? I would like to see that.
It'll shock the world.
I would like to see you versus Rum Nitty. Hey, and he's taking franchise real soon on that rooftop, man.
Right.
How do you feel about getting on that rooftop action, man? What do you think about that?
I love that opportunity if they gave me that, man, because that's what they want, man. They want the no crowd, what you can say, bars and everything else and stuff, man. And I bring that, man. I get that, bro. So anybody on that rooftop get on, stand across from me, it's gonna be bad.
Okay, I ain't gonna make this too much longer. Okay, look, we're gonna do this. Right now, without naming the top guys in the West, where do you stand? First one, this 2-part question. Where do you stand skill-wise amongst the newer class? And where do you stand just in the standings, period, amongst the new class?
Skill class amongst the new class?
Skill-wise. You're top 5.
And not 5.
Ooh!
And not 5.
Talk spicy!
And then the second part question?
Where do you stand in the standings? Like in terms of visibility, popularity?
Okay, that's what I'm about to say. It depends. If I'm saying for myself, then, top 5 and not 5. But in the visibility of the world and stuff, it's a lot of important battles that I did that never got to see the light of day. And
name them.
Spot versus KO.
That was fire. I was right there in the parking lot. We ran out of time in the venue, and we had to go in the parking lot, and you went crazy on KO.
That was a special battle right
It didn't drop.
No.
Fucking crazy, man. That's insane.
But just far as
they should have released that.
Being visible, I'm not really visibly there. That's why I'm taking a lot of out of state battles.
And this is also why I wanted to do this no debating with you, to get people more familiar with you, because I recognize your skill set. A lot of people out here on the West Coast, people over there on the East Coast recognize your skill set. Didn't you battle, was that you and Fonz?
I battled Fonz.
That was you and Fonz, right?
What time it was out there, man. He knew what time it was
out
there.
Fonz is in this tournament for 25K.
Hey, salute to him, bro. Salute. Hey, Fonz, I hope you do go on and come through and win that. I mean, I'm supporting Jay, but if for any reason Jay don't get it, definitely. And I rock with you, bro.
Okay, all right. Now, Is there anybody on the East Coast that you would like to take on from like the newer class, like a Jay Kruger or Ace Amin or Your Honor?
Spot versus Jay Kruger would be crazy. Spot versus,
yes, it would. Yes,
Spot
it would.
versus Rubando. I believe, you know, even though he just didn't really have a great.
No, he's fired.
He's fired though. I'm not gonna take that away from him though. So Rue, Lou Castro, I think that'll be a great battle. Even though I rock with him, Riggs, that'll be a great battle.
Riggs
is
yeah, Riggs
bro, but
Riggs is
that's a conversation that one day gonna need to happen though, bro.
Okay, do you have anything coming up, or what's going on? Like, what's the hold up?
COVID-19 is crazy right now, bro. But you know, it's cards is out, but there's no guarantees if we doing it. But I'm supposed to be going out to Michigan for the ABCD Battle League. You gotta forgive me for not knowing the whole name. I just know the acronym on it. But I'm supposed to be battling a guy named KJ. He's pretty cool, but I'm gonna get him out of here.
You better.
Got you.
You can't go and lose to a nigga named like KJ and then you trying to move on up in the West Coast,
absolutely,
bro.
Man. But y'all already know when they need a shooter to go out of town to go make something happen, man.
Man, so all right, I'm gonna switch gears real fast. We're gonna get on to an important subject that I haven't touched on it yet, so we're gonna talk about it right now.
Okay.
So, unarmed black man once again is murdered by the police. Rest in peace, George Floyd. I believe that was Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
And as you can see clearly, the man is handcuffed. He doesn't pose any danger to the police officer arresting him. Yet and still, the police officer has his knee pressed against the man's on the back of his neck. The man is face down on the ground, handcuffed behind his back. The full weight of the police officer is on this man, so obviously he's not in a position to even do harm to the officer or to attempt to do harm to the officer. Yet and still, the officer remained having his knee on his neck. The man is clearly saying, "I can't breathe. I can't breathe." Same thing with Alton Sterling. Rest in peace to him. When he was put in the chokehold and he said he can't breathe, and the cop didn't let him go and just basically choked him and killed him. Right. So here we go again. Now these videos are all too common. So for one, before the age of the cell phones, I'm pretty sure this was going on a regular basis.
It's been going on a regular basis. Cell phones is just out, so it's just more visible, bro. But this been getting swept under the rug forever.
Okay, so this man is clearly calling for help. He's murdered. Now this is what I want to talk to you about. This is what I want to get at. The crowd, the bystanders, they are filming. They have cell phones out. I guess there's a few angles of what took place. It's an unfortunate incident. And they are I hear one young fellow in the camera saying, "Hey, get off of him. Get off of him." He's pleading with the officer, "Hey man, like let him up." Like he said he can't breathe. So he's telling the cop, and the cop clearly can hear the victim.
Right.
Mr. Floyd he can hear Floyd saying it.
Right.
And he also hears the people saying get up off of him. The cop's partner is standing by idle, as if he's like the bodyguard. He's gonna do something if somebody runs up. Now this is a situation where black people, and we are far too often put in situations where we have to make life or death decisions. Now if these people rush this cop and save this man's life, they risk the threat of being shot,
these are facts,
killed, and charged with assault on an officer. How does that scenario play out in court if they rush the cop and get him off of that man?
It's a lose-lose scenario, bro.
Exactly.
It's a lose-lose scenario.
This is why I brought this up. was we gotta sit there and watch the police kill our own. Okay? We gotta sit there and watch the police kill our own. We gotta just sit there and watch. And we're not allowed to intervene. Now this is why we had the Black Panthers. The Panthers were about protecting the community themselves and to protect against things like this. And this is why they were disbanded. This is why the CIA, this is why they was like, we got to get rid of these Panthers. Because they you know, they was trying to get education, our own education, feeding our own, protecting our own. And I feel like we need that. Because how many more times are we going to sit back and watch the police kill our brother? Yeah. And I can't do nothing about it. Now, if it was some regular hood dudes in the street, you gonna automatically rush them and save your partner. Right. If he's getting jumped, you gonna jump in and get jumped with your partner. Right. But see, now when it's the police, we can't just jump in because now we gotta face severe consequences, if not death. So we are forced to sit back and allow somebody to kill us. How do we fight that?
One, and I don't know, like the best way I can explain is I don't come from this because I always was growing up hating the cops and everything too because they've been fucked up my whole life. But it's to a point now that if we don't change it, then the change is never gonna happen.
What do you mean we?
Black people.
What do we gotta change?
We need to become cops.
We need to become police officers?
We need our kids to grow up to want to protect the right way that we need to be protected, because going at it this way right now.
Okay. So, and the only and I commend that, but the problem with that is, what about the white police officers?
I feel like, I mean, everybody needs to be mentally checked. You know, have they been around black people before? Because that's the scapegoat to a lot of them, that they haven't, you know, they only know from what they hear or what they know on TV.
Yeah, I'm gonna go live about this later on, man. Right. I'm definitely gonna go. I just wanted your viewpoint on this, because it's very disturbing and it's scary.
No, it's definitely disturbing.
It's scary.
Yeah.
If the police was to come right now and to grab me and choke me out, and you are forced to either sit there and watch, or you can take a chance with your own life, right, and try to save my life, and then you risk getting beat to death.
It's a lose-lose scenario, bro.
You see where we at in America? Wow, man. You know what? We gonna touch on this later on, but yeah, I definitely appreciate you for coming on No Debating.
Man, I appreciate you, Danny, No Debating.
Yeah, shout man. Look, we got to get you out there more. We got to get you some more matches. We got to get you some high-profile names.
You'll be seeing me soon.
We got to get you on these cards. And man, I've been talking with you about this for about 2 years, man. And it's like,
happen, man.
You gotta, it's time. Yep. Now is the time. Once this whole COVID scenario kind of clear up and battle rap get back booming, I need to see you on them stages, man. Whether it's King of the Dot, RBE, URL, I don't care where you gotta go. It's time for you to get popping, bro. Yeah. A1.